Hey everybody, this is Rich Hanlin with Mortgage Ballers, and I've got a real treat for you today. I have the Megan Lamerato. What you don't know about Megan is out of 400 loan originators, she is one of our top 20 at a company called Xpert Home Lending. For 2023, she's already off and running again for 2024, which makes her even a better candidate for an interview. Mortgage Ballers is all about bringing the best of the best. You've obviously got some methodology in place, a success formula for yourself. Take us through a day in the life of Megan.
Okay. I would say consistency is probably the biggest thing that I value and that I try with everything I'm doing. I try to stay consistent. I wake up at the same time every morning. I go to the gym every morning. As soon as I'm done with the gym, I come home, grab breakfast, sit down in front of my computer and start working for the day.
Okay.
I tend to get up earlier than sleeping in, and that's because I can get a lot more done in the early hours without the rest of the population awake and on their computer. I tend to get a lot more done before people are even getting out of bed. And that kind of starts my day. It's repetition. It's the same thing every day.
I know that you're not on an island by yourself doing this by yourself. You've actually, you have a team that you've taken on by yourself. It has nothing to do with the company you work for, but you have found value in that. Tell me a little bit about that.
Yeah. So, I am part of Greenlight Mortgage Group, and I believe there are now 10 partners / loan officers that are all part of our group.
Okay.
I have worked with 7 out of the 10 at past companies.
Oh, wow. I didn't know that.
So it's really, it feels like home. That was the hardest part about leaving my first company, is that I loved the people that I worked with. We got along super well. If I had a question, there was an answer.
Right.
And especially when you're newer in the industry, I always have questions. And so to be able to walk into somebody's office or reach out to somebody and have people that are willing to help, I think is huge, especially when you're starting off. And even now, guidelines change all the time. New programs come out.
I'm way past those points now. And I think each brokerage should do their own business plan based on the knowledge and the expertise that they hire. And I'd leave it there. I don't get in those conversations. I just keep plowing through. I'm in my 34th year doing this, and it's gone by like that. So you've been in, what did you do prior to coming into the industry? That might be a good question.
Yeah. So my background's actually in education. Okay. And I graduated during the crash and burn of 08-09. Okay. And I'm originally from Michigan, so they closed down a lot of schools in Michigan during that time. And my oldest sister had moved out to Colorado, and she was like, why don't you come out? We'll do a nice long ski weekend. And we got snowed in on the last day, and I moved out 2 weeks later. I was sold. I loved everything about Colorado. And when I moved out here, I had started up the teaching stuff again, and it was, Denver had taken $1 million budget cut for Denver public schools. And I was just running into the same thing over and over. And so my sister, she works at Chase Bank, and she's like, well, a bunch of the big wigs are in town. Why don't you come to this event and see if you like it? And I'm like, well, I don't know the difference between a checking and savings account. That sounds terrible. And she's like, they like people that have an education background and have been in a service industry, because, after 08-09 and all the big banks had all these terrible reputations, they wanted people to focus on service.
I'm going to ask you a question, and I ask everybody this question, but it's important because I think people have to understand that no matter what you face, you don't give up. The question is, where am I going to start it up tomorrow if I'm faced with adversity? But if I blindfolded you, and dropped you in some state that you're not licensed in, and I said, guess what? You think you're good at what you do? Start over from day one and show everybody how good you really are, what you think you know. I know you'd get there, but take us, what would you do? What would it look like for you right now, this second, to become back to the Megan that you are today, what kind of steps would you take?
It's a great question. I feel like this could go in so many different ways. Because it wasn't that long ago where I just started
Sure.
out from scratch, kind of. I will talk to anybody that will talk to me. So I get a lot of clients and a lot of agents and such by just going out and, maybe going out to lunch, sitting at a bar, going and getting my nails done, getting my hair done, whatever it might be. And you gradually just kind of naturally talk about what you do.
Sure.
Like, what do you do? I've joined Facebook groups. The most recent one I joined is Dinks, Dinks of Colorado. My fiance and I were not planning to have children. We want to be around other people. I mean, I love children, don't get me wrong, but like, that's just not our, we like to go out and go dirt biking and go hiking and pick up and go at any point. And we want to find those kind of people that also like to do the same
Sure.
thing.
Congratulations probably is the most basic thing I can say, but it goes beyond that. On top of that, you're getting married. Oh my God, you got a lot going on. And truth is, I see all the Facebook posts for everybody, right? And I always see that you're going 100 miles an hour. And I think, how is she doing all these loans? They're always doing something. The one thing I have yet to do, though, I have family in Colorado Springs, believe it or not. And my son went to the Air Force Academy. Jordan, he's one of our owners here. Have you climbed, is it called Avenue of the Gods? What is it? X amount of steps straight up in Garden of the Gods or something?
Oh, Manitou Incline.
There you go.
Yes, I did Manitou Incline. I thought I was going to climb it in under 30 minutes.
Oh, no.
And I was like, I can do 104 steps a minute. I got this. And I did it in 38 minutes. So I'm still happy to be under 40. But yes, I actually did it last summer. I've been wanting to do it since I moved to Colorado, and it is a butt burner. That is for sure.
Here's the question though. Did you turn around and come down the steps, or did you take the side way and come down the other way?
I did the side way. They do try to tell you not to come back down the steps because there's so many people that are going up. And so I just wanted to respect that. So I did come down the long way. Okay. And finally could catch my breath a little bit by coming back down the long way. I
went to Colorado because I always was able to go there in September for, it was like, parents' weekend at the academy, because other than that, they don't want you there. My brother-in-law lives in Colorado Springs, actually Peyton. And so he was the host family. It's always awesome to get out there. Xpert's one of the best ideas that I've had, and it's because of people like you. And I just want to say thank you. I can't say it enough. I'm so honored that you hang your license with us.
Yeah, and thank you, because this has been a very amazing, eye-opening experience for me. And being with Xpert has been fantastic. So I wish I would have done it sooner, but I'm here now. So I really appreciate it. Thank you, Rich.
Well, everybody, that is Megan Lamerato. Am I saying it right? I'm going to step out. That was a big jump, and congratulations for doing it. You're right where you need to be and right where you should be. The broker world is better because of what you took a chance on. So thank you for doing that.
Thank you, Rich. I appreciate it.
All right. You take care, Megan. Thank you for your time today.
Thanks. You too. Bye.